Hey guys, welcome to another video. I am very excited for today because we're going to be trying out a bunch of new products that I picked up during the Sephora sale. Before we get started, if you're new here, hi, my name is Naz. I hope that you enjoy this video and consider subscribing before you leave. Hit that subscribe button. And if you enjoy videos like this, please make sure to hit like. It really helps my channel a lot. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright guys, I am super excited to test out some of the newest makeup that's on the market right now. Let's start with the foundation. So I have two foundations that I want to try today. One is by IT Cosmetics. It is the CC Nude Glow. It's like their CC cream they have out on the market already, and this is supposed to be the glow version. So I know that a lot of people like their regular CC cream. I think they have an illuminating one out on the market already as well, but I am super excited to try this one because I think that this would be perfect for the summer. And I also have this one from Rare Beauty. This is their Positive Light Tinted Moisturizer, and it has an SPF of 20, so this would also be perfect for summer. And I forgot to mention, but this also has an SPF of 40, so you get more SPF on this one. As always, don't forget to use your regular SPF and then use your makeup products on top of it, because with the SPF that your skin actually needs, you will not be using enough of the makeup products to really get that SPF coverage that you do need. I think the way I'm going to do this today is I'm going to use on one side of my face the IT Cosmetics Nude Glow, and then on the other side we're going to go ahead and use the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. That way I'm able to test both and I can show you guys the difference if you are thinking about picking up either of these products. So let's get my hair out of my face a little bit. I don't have anything on my face other than just a little bit of moisturizer, so we can see how the products really perform and how much coverage they provide. So for the Nude Glow IT Cosmetics product, I have the shade Neutral Medium. And here's what that looks like. Here's kind of the consistency as well. You can see it's very watery. It's not thick at all. So just gonna take that. I'm gonna put it on my face. Let's zoom you guys in a little bit. There we go. Going to use a brush to blend that in. So that was one pump of product. I think that shade matched me pretty well. Alright, so that was one pump of product. I think I'm going to need another pump, so just gonna go ahead and get another one. And then again, I'm gonna put, I have a little acne over here, so we'll see how that covers. So that actually did cover my acne pretty well. It's not full coverage by any means, but it did give a little bit of coverage, and it is certainly a glowy product. I don't know if you can tell, but when I turn my face, you can definitely see the glow. So just to close up, show you guys how the coverage is looking compared to this side. So definitely evened out the skin, but if you need more coverage, you certainly will need to use a concealer to spot conceal with this product. But so far it's not patching up on me, it's not looking cakey, it is pretty lightweight, and you saw the consistency was very watery. So I do like watery and hydrating type of foundations, and especially for the summer I think this would be a very nice one. And of course we'll kind of see how that wears, and I will leave a note in the description box telling you guys my experience later today on how the foundation wore for both sides, so you have an idea of the wear time. Alright, so let's go ahead and jump on this side of the face with the Rare Beauty Tinted Moisturizer. I have this in the shade 32N. They also had, I think it was 26N or 26W. That was supposed to be more of a warm olive, which I thought would be perfect for me, but it was a lot lighter, so I had to return that one. And for this, I'm gonna actually go directly into the face. And that was one pump. We'll be equal and do one pump first and see how the coverage goes, and then if we need another pump, we'll just kind of compare the two. So this one is a lot more yellowy, in my opinion, and the consistency is actually the same. If you can see, it's very watery. So that doesn't look very neutral to me. That looks very yellowish. Seems to be more on the yellow side, but that's okay. I think my tone is able to handle it just because I have more of that olive undertone. So that blends into my skin. Okay, so that was one pump, and I would say that it is a little bit less glowy than the IT Cosmetics. Coverage, I think it is about the same. It does even out the skin tone, but again, I am going to need a little bit more. I'm going to put a little bit on the forehead, and that should be enough. And just going to buff that into the. Okay, so I like how both of these products look on the skin. Now there's certainly a difference here, and I want to point that out to you guys. So both of the sides are very natural. So they don't look cakey, they don't look like you have foundation on, but I will say the IT Cosmetics side is looking very glowy, which is in the name of the product, so certainly there's nothing surprising about it. It's supposed to be glowy, but comparing it to the Rare Beauty side, you can definitely tell the difference. So here is the Rare Beauty, and if I move my head, you will see that there's not a lot of shine. So if you are oily, you might not like the IT Cosmetics Glow product because, again, it's making you look a little bit more greasy. I'm definitely going to have to use a powder to set it down because I have my T-zone area that tends to get very oily throughout the day, so I don't think that I can just wear this product and go on about my day. But with the Rare Beauty, I feel like I don't necessarily have to set it with powder. So if you are oily and you want something more natural for the summer, then I would say that lean towards the Rare Beauty one. But I like both of them, and since my skin is combination, I think I'm able to make both work. But with the IT Cosmetics one, definitely powder it down. Now, let's go ahead and do the brows. I actually do have a new brow product, and this isn't new on the market by any means, but it is new to me. This is the Huda Beauty Bum Brows. It's the Micro Shade Brow Pencil. It's supposed to have a very tiny applicator, and I can say that it is very, very small. So this is in the shade 7 Black Brown. The problem I have with this is I already broke the tip when I was trying to open the product. So it is very fragile just because it is very thin. So we'll go ahead and try it and see how it works. Some formulas are super stiff where you have to really press on your skin, and I don't like that because I feel like I lose some brow hairs. I don't know if anybody else feels the same way, but I'm not a huge fan of that type of formula, so this feels nice and smooth, but I'm still able to have control over the product. All right, let's jump into concealer. I'm super excited for this because I have the Dior concealer to try. So this is the Dior Backstage Flash Perfecting Concealer, and I am aware that this is a very light color. I love the little packaging, by the way. This is just like their Backstage foundation. I think it is so adorable and it looks so pretty on the vanity. But I have the shade 1W, which is very light, but I still wanted to test it out. And I also picked up the Dior Forever Skin Correct. Now, I haven't tried this. This is an older product, but I haven't tried it yet. So I think this is going to be a better shade for me, so I thought maybe we would use this and then layered on top and kind of compared the two as well. This is in the shade 2N. Those are the areas that I would normally highlight. Blended out very nicely. No issues with that. Okay, so I do really like this concealer. I think it is looking very natural, but it also gives great coverage. So if you are on the market, definitely recommend this one. Now, let's try the new Backstage concealer. And the reason why I am kind of putting this last, and I know it's maybe not a full wear test for this, but it's too light for me, and I kind of wanted to use it as more of a highlight instead of an actual concealer. What the applicator looks like, and I have heard that this applicator is like a brush, and that is true. It is a little brush, and I think that's really cute. So let's see. Oh yeah, it is very light. So we're just gonna use a little bit here, a little bit there. Oh wow, it is more coverage than this one. I can tell you that much. I should not have used as much as I did. So we're going to have very bright under eyes. Okay, I think I have to use a more dense brush just to get it to blend, because otherwise it's gonna look super light on the skin. So I actually really like how this concealer is sitting on top of the skin. So this concealer is not matte. It's sitting on the skin very nicely. It definitely has a radiance to it. The texture is almost like, it almost looks like as if it would be like a sticky type of formula, but it is not. And I really like the radiance it provides. So it is definitely more coverage than this one. But it sits very nicely on the skin, and just because I have the wrong shade, I'm trying not to judge it negatively because of that, but it just, so far, it looks fine. It doesn't seem to be settling in my creases on my under eyes, and I do have a bunch of little fine lines, so that's kind of my problem area there, that I'm always very particular with different concealers, but it's looking pretty nice right now. But I will definitely have to powder it down because I have a lot of creases, as I said, and it would just be a hot mess at the end of the day if I didn't powder it. So speaking of powders, I actually picked up this one size Turn Up the Base Versatile Foundation Powder. Now again, it says versatile. Sorry, you guys just saw my awful gross handprints on this product. And so this is in the shade Light 3, and here's what it looks like. And I actually won't be using it as a foundation. Obviously, I already have foundation on, but I thought it would be a nice product under a light coverage foundation or a skin tint, just to give a little bit more coverage. So I'm going to use my Pocket Powder Puff from Beauty Blender. Take some product, and then we're gonna go to our T-zone. I don't know how I feel about this already. I don't know if you guys can tell, I have some pores here, and it's looking very makeup-y. I don't really like that. Let's see how it looks on the forehead. Alright, so I have some initial thoughts already, just using it in my T-zone and then a little bit over the face. It is very thick powder, so if you are dry, you might want to stay away from this. Even if you want to use it on your T-zone, if you have a combination, even for me, it just looks very makeup-y because it is very thick. Now, I know that it's supposed to be a foundation, so maybe that's why, because it is giving you coverage, but it's just looking super thick on my pores. So I don't like that, but I also wanted to try this under the eyes, so I feel like if I don't like it on my face, on my pores, I'm probably not going to like it under the eyes, because I'm very particular about the under eye powders. But what the heck, we're doing a testing video, so we're just gonna do it. And I don't want to use a lot of this for the under eye, just because of the reasons I just mentioned. I'm gonna use a brush like this, it's not very dense, and just Okay, so that's not actually too bad on the under eyes. I'm surprised, maybe because I've used a less dense brush. Maybe using this was not the best idea because I think it grabbed a lot of product and then it applied a lot. So maybe I should give this another try just using a fluffy brush. I'm putting neutral on this right now, and I hate returning things to Sephora, but I kind of don't know how I feel about this right now. It is still sitting very heavy on my T-zone, on the face, and on the pores. Alright, so next we're actually going to jump into the eyes. What I will use today is the new Pillow Talk Dreams eyeshadow palette by Charlotte Tilbury. So I was excited for this because I actually don't have the Pillow Talk palette. I know, that is probably very surprising to you guys because I have a lot of makeup, but I just never picked up the Pillow Talk. Here is what the Pillow Talk Dreams palette looks like. So when I look at the photos, this one definitely looks a little bit darker than the original Pillow Talk quad. But again, the colors really speak to me, and I love these types of tones, so I think I will like this. So let's go ahead and put this on the eyes. We're going to start with the shade over here. I'm going to grab a smaller brush and use the darkest shade here. Just going to smoke out the outer corner. Alright, now going in with the shimmers, I'm going to first grab this lighter shade here. Wow, that is not what I expected from this shade. I expected it to be a lot lighter. It almost looks like a duochrome, so that's a beautiful shade. And then let's go into the darker pink here. I'm gonna use my other finger for this, and then gonna kind of use that on the outer. So this is more like a pop shade, I guess. Okay, that palette, guys, it's beautiful. If you're eyeing it, I think you would really like it if you like the pink tones and you like the Charlotte Tilbury shimmers. This quad is on par with her other formulas. Definitely recommend that. Now the next thing I want to try is actually not from Sephora. Sorry guys, I just dropped everything in here. But it's actually not from Sephora. This is the Hindash Intra Eye Tone Pencil. So I love Hindash and I love his videos. He came up with his own makeup brand. He recently launched this eyeliner. So here is, ooh, it is very creamy. I just swatched it on the back of my hand. So let's try. Okay, that was so easy to work with. And I don't have a new mascara to try. I'm just going to use my Ilia Limitless Lash Mascara to finish off the eyes. Alright, so eyes are finished. I am loving how this look turned out. I think the colors are beautiful. Everything performs beautifully, including the eyeliner, which I am in love with, and I can see myself using it all the time. But let's move on to the next product. So I actually don't have a new bronzer to try, although I did pick up the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer in the shade Tan because I had the medium and it just wasn't working on my skin very nicely. It almost blended with my skin tone, so I wanted to try a darker shade, and I do really enjoy this formula, so I'm going to go ahead and use this as my bronzer. Alright, let's jump onto an exciting new product. I actually have tried this, but I want to try it again and show it to you guys. And I know I like this product. This is the One Size Cheek Clapper 3D Blush Trio. And I have it in the shade Rich Betch. This is actually huge. And I actually like the pink packaging here, but oh, it kind of matches my nails. But it's just huge. So that's not what I was expecting. And then when you open it, here's what the product looks like. Again, I've used it already, but these shades are just beautiful. And I love how he laid this out. It almost gives me the Patrick Ta blush duo vibes with the, especially with the little cover. for the cream, and then you get your matte formula, and then you also get a little shimmer formula. So that's powder, I'm sorry, not matte, but it's a matte powder. And then you get your shimmer here. So this shimmer is not a shimmer I'm going to use as a highlight. Obviously it's very dark, but I have been using it to top the blush off some days if I really feel like it. But the reason why I love this so much is I do love the shade because it gives your cheeks this sunburnt, beautiful look, especially if you're around my skin tone, then I think you would really like this. But I love most about this is that it's stay-on power. Usually the blush is the first thing that fades for me throughout the day, but with this, when I used the cream and I went outside, and I was outside probably for 4 or 5 hours out in the sun, it was a hot day, this still stayed on my cheeks and I was surprised. So that's why I love this so much. I am actually thinking about picking up the other shades. I am eyeing the Freaky Peach because I love the peach tones too. But anyways, I certainly don't need more blush, but I love this formula. I'm going to use a little stippling brush. It's also very pigmented. Everything in here is super pigmented, so that's why I want to use a little stippling brush, but I'm gonna just use a little bit. Okay, so even that's a lot, and I'm gonna kind of use my back of my hand to kind of wipe that off. Okay, I'm actually going to use this brush here just to blend it out because I think that was a lot. You only really need a little bit of this product, and you can see that was all I needed and then some. Got a little hair on my face. There we go. It blends out very nicely, very easy to work with. The only thing is that it is super pigmented, so you want to be very light-handed with this product. Let's go ahead and use the powder just so I can show you guys what that looks like. Again, grab just a little bit. I'm actually going to tap it off. So that's what that looks like. It is such a beautiful shade and formula. Okay, so that's what that looks like. And I guess I should show you guys the shimmer as well. I'm going to layer that kind of on the top of the cheeks. So I'm actually going to grab the same brush. Just there's not much left on there anyway. Grab a little bit of this and then just going to put it up there. The shimmer does not have any glitter or anything like that. But it does give a nice sheen to the cheeks, so it's very subtle. Love this formula, and I didn't expect to love it as much as I do, so definitely recommend that. Now let's move on to another exciting launch by Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Pillow Talk Multi-Glow All Over Glow Highlighter. So it's gonna be a shame because we do have all this blush on. We're just gonna have to test it on top of the blush, I guess, but I have the shade Romance Light. So the reason why I grabbed the lighter shade, and I know that I could get away with the darker shade, is because I like my highlighter to be just a little bit lighter than my skin tone, if that makes sense. I don't like to match my skin tone a lot of times. And just the pinks in here just really spoke to me. That lavender shade, I love it. I almost don't want to ruin this embossing on here, but we're gonna go ahead and do it anyway. And I'm actually gonna kind of swirl it all over. You can see that there's tiny shimmer particles in there, but it isn't anything crazy. It's not like chunky glitter. But there is certainly little glitter particles, very tiny ones, in there. And if you like a subtle glow, you're not gonna like this. It's not very subtle. It's definitely there, and it is very glowy. But I will say that if you have a lot of highlighters in your collection already, then you probably don't need this unless you're looking for something that's a little bit pinkish tone, and you want to be able to mix it and something like that, or you just love Charlotte Tilbury and you want to try it out just like me, then go for it. Alright guys, so far I am really liking how the makeup looks. I feel like all we need is the lip products, and I actually have 3 lip products to try today. So we're just gonna kind of put one on, wipe it, put another one on, wipe it, and then put the last one on, and we'll kind of have that be the makeup look. I picked up the Dior, I believe these are the Dior Addict lip creams or lip oils. Not sure what exactly they're called, but they're the new Dior product. And then I have the Rose Ink lipsticks. These are the satin lip colors. I have it in the shade Poetic, and then this was in the shade Sherry. It's $5.25. And then I have the Makeup by Mario Naked Spice. These are the lip creams. So I'm going to go ahead and line my lips with the Charlotte Tilbury lip sheet in Iconic Nude. I feel like this just matches everything. And I'm not really going to line my entire lip. I'm not going to put it all over because I do want to test out the lip products and I want to see their shades. So let's start with the Makeup by Mario. This is the Naked Spice. I like the way this smells. It smells like summer. It's almost like a coconutty smell. Okay, so this is what that shade looks like. I feel like it is a beautiful brown type of nude. Naked Spice, I feel like that fits this shade perfectly. And the formula is very soft. Doesn't feel super dry, but it's not very hydrating either. So if you like lip creams, then you might want to give this a shot. All right, so let's get rid of that. All right, next I'm going to try the Dior. This is in the shade $5.25 Sherry. And I do love their lip glow formula, so let's see. Ooh, I like the shade. It's kind of shiny. It is very pretty. The shade is kind of like a little bit of a pop, and I love that. Okay, let's try the Rose Ink. This is the Rose Ink, and I have it in the shade Poetic. It's their satin lip color. Here's what that shade looks like. It is kind of peachy. It's like a dark peachy tone, and I actually do like that a lot, so... Alright, sorry guys, my camera just died, and I was talking about how much I love this shade, because again, it's like that peachy, dark peachy tones, and I really like it for the summer. So the formula also feels great. It feels very lightweight. It is definitely a satin finish. And I did want to swatch everything that I tried on the lips here, just for comparison. That's the Dior in the shade Sherry. And this one is Rose Ink in the shade Poetic. And then this is Naked Cinnamon, or Naked Spice by Makeup by Mario, the lip cream. So I think I really enjoy all of these. And certainly I think that they each kind of have their own unique formula. Alright, so that's it for today's video. I hope that you guys enjoyed trying new makeup with me. So again, I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and hit that like button if you did enjoy it, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you picked up during the Sephora sale and what products you would recommend that I try next. And I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys!